more successful and more consistent with your shots, balance is everything. And when you talk about delivery faults and common delivery faults, one of the ones that was mentioned, no, I guess we have, well anyways, one of the common ones is, there's two, bringing your foot around like this and going way far back with it, and up on your toe kind of thing, like either coming way back like this and then coming through, or coming around like this. Those are two common ones. So what you can do is put a gripper, one of these, put it like this. So if they're coming around, you put it like that and then tell them to go back and not touch the gripper. Or if they're going back too far, figure out where
I put a
the
curling
right distance would be, and then
Feel that.
go back.
That's right. That's exactly it.
So, and go forward. So it gives them a stop point. And actually, okay, so that's okay, but this is something you can have for the whole game. Like every time, if that person's trying to correct that, you could have them they could put their gripper down there for the whole game and use it themselves for the whole game, rather than just doing it while you stand behind them.
Well, it makes them stop.
I know, but when they hit this, they'll feel it too. What we are asking you not to do is put a rock behind their foot, which is what people used to do. It's not safe because if they hit it too hard, they might hurt their foot. And it's also, the more rocks we have out here, the riskier it is for faults. So we are asking you not to use a rock. So that's a correction for people coming back too far or people coming around. Another common fault is that when they come out, and I can't even demonstrate this, but when they come out, they bring their foot over too soon, too fast. And their foot comes over too far, and then their whole body goes drifting this way. Is that a common one? Yeah.
That's what I do.
Right. Okay. So I've got 3 or 4 drills that you can use to help them learn not to do that. So the first thing I would say is just to tell them to bring that slider foot straight out to the target, to the broom, and not to bring it across their body. We want the foot to come out and their body to come down behind it. And I would get them to just do what I just did, because when you do that, it's in a perfect spot. And if it was way far over here, like with the way they're sliding, and I don't have a rock to lean on, I would fall over. But your body will come down behind the rock. You don't need to bring your foot into the middle. So first of all, I would tell them that. Secondly, take a permanent marker. The water ones don't work. So you take a permanent marker and you mark dots. This isn't going to show up on the red very well. Okay, so you would say to them, and they could have a rock in their hand, or they might not, that you want them to come out and slide along the dots. Aim down the center line and slide along those dots. So it helps them keep their slider foot out until their body comes down behind them, rather than coming out here and already being lightly. So it helps reduce that drift over to the right. We did another one that I might do for this one, and I can't demonstrate this, and it only is one that I would use with an athlete I thought had pretty good balance, is to actually slide without a broom or a rock. So we call this landing the plane. So what you do is you start from standing, and I can't demonstrate this. My balance isn't good enough. I'm too old. But you can start from standing, and you come out and just slowly get down into your slide, like this. And usually, especially if they're having a foot come over too far too fast, they land it right here at the back line, and they're sort of down in their slide the way they go. So then what you do is you say, okay, good, that time you landed right there. You landed right here. This time I want you to try and land it here. And try to get them to, instead of coming out and going down and into their slide, that they come out more gradually and smoothly. So they try to land it here. If they've got really good balance, you can eventually get them so they don't land it till the hog line.
Wow.
If they've got good balance. But you have to progress in little steps. So those are ones that I would use for people whose foot comes over too far and they end up going this way. What we tell athletes is that their foot should not go past their zipper. Their slider foot should stay on this side of their zipper. So as you come down into your slide, you can see there's my zipper, my slider foot's here. Your slider foot shouldn't be over there, like you see a lot of them do. Squat down, put the broom in front, and just push the slide around, drag the leg away. So that would be step one. Step on the slider, squat down, take the 2 rocks, and just, again, push the slider straight up. Coach workshop I was doing. So, the next one is to go like this. I actually use, what I use is cups. So either one will work. So the next one is I get them to all hold the brooms up like this with the broom head up, about 1/3 down, in the hand that you're not going to hold the rock with. The hand you're not going to hold the rock with. Okay? And then I get them to swing it under, and swing it up, and swing it under. Right under, and grab it with your armpit tight. Okay? So remember, if you're a brand new curler, you don't know that that's where that broom's going to go when you come into your delivery. So squeezing it tight in your armpit, that's the way that we're going to hold the broom. And I would also get them to not have a finger out, but to have a good grip around that. You can't see it. Oops, like that. Sorry. Okay, so now somebody might ask me right now, I'm expecting it, what about a delivery aid?
What about a delivery aid?
We were just saying.
So, okay, so here's the thing about these. I'm totally fine if somebody wants to use this right from day one. That to me is totally appropriate. And we have lots of people doing that now. And you can go right up to nationals in the dryer using one of those. There's no rule, and it really helps with stability for some people. So for those that want to use the broom, it's tucked up tight under your armpit squeeze. For those that want to use this, then you can teach them this and give them the option. Yeah. So there's no reason to say no to these. They're fine. Okay? Do you have a lot using these?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for the new curler, the next step is to go out with a Kleenex box. So you're just doing the exact same thing of pushing out, just pushing out with the slider foot with the Kleenex box. And the reason why we're using the Kleenex box instead of the rock is A, it's lighter, and B, you're trying to teach them balance. And the whole point of curling, or the biggest factor in terms of being able to get the rock down to the other end is being balanced enough that you're not leaning on the rock so you can actually push it to the other end. So this is a way of sort of teaching right from the start not to lean on the rock. I actually also use the cups, 2 beer cups upside down, and get them to come out with their hand on top of the beer cups. Yeah, so it's just like this. just like this, and then just. Okay.
No, that's right. I like that. Yeah.
So you can see we've done a lot here, and this will take 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes of your working with a brand new curler, and we haven't even put a rock in it yet. Hopefully they're still having some fun, because, well, you've got a rock, but that wasn't one rock in a broom, right? It wasn't a real curling delivery. So hopefully they're having fun, because that's one of your key things, especially if you get a colorful Kleenex box. Hopefully they're having fun, but I delay quite a while before actually getting them in and actually delivering with the rock. So the next step would be to have the rock come out a couple times with the rock in your hand and then letting it go. Any questions about sort of that